Hello everyone and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to do a demo and walkthrough of a Divi child theme. In fact, let me show you what we're going to achieve in this tutorial. So first of all, this is the final result we're aiming to achieve. So as you can see, this is a really cool full page scroll effect. Now, this child theme was inspired by Tumblr. So again, if I'm here on tumblr.com, so if I scroll through, you can see that we have the pretty much the same effect. This child theme can be found. In fact, I'll leave the link in the show notes below so you can take a look at where you can actually purchase this child theme. So this is the Divi Tumblr homepage style full screen scrolling child theme. It's only $59. So I'm going to do a demonstration of how you install it and how to get it all set up. All right, so without wasting a lot of time, let's dive in. So over here, I'm just going to go to my dashboard so we can start from scratch. Now, let's say you go ahead and you purchase the Tumblr homepage style full screen child theme. What you get is a downloadable file. It's a zipped file. In fact, let me show you what it looks like. So here it is. You get this zip file after you've purchased it, and then you want to open it. Okay, so I'm going to double click here and open all the contents of that zipped folder. So these are the files that we're going to be working with. So the first stage you want to do is to install this child theme. So let me show you how to do that. So I'm going to come back over here to my WordPress site. So to install your child theme, you want to come over here to Appearance, click on Themes. Now, as you can see, I've gone ahead and I've installed it here, but all you have to do to install it is to click on Add New. Click Upload Theme, and now you have to navigate to the folder where you downloaded the child theme. The other way to do it as well is to open the folder as I've done now, and then you want to drag it onto this button here, and then click on Install Now. But of course, this won't install because I've already installed it, and as you can see, it's saying the destination folder already exists. All right, so once you've installed this, the next stage now is to install the one-click demo plugin. So to do that, you want to come over here to plugins, click on Add New. And then here is where you want to search for it. It's called one-click demo plugin. Okay, and here it is. So as you can see again, here it's active, but what you want to do is to click on this and then click on Install. So when you click on Install, it will import all the contents of your child theme. And then once that's done, you'll get this entry here called Ultimate Divi Builder Add-ons. Okay, so once that is done now, the next stage is to install all your customizations. Right, so to do that, you want to go to Divi Theme Options. So I'm going to come over here, click on Theme Options. And then over here on the top right, you want to click on this Import and Export arrows. I'm going to click on that, come over here to Import. And again, we're going to look for our files that we downloaded. Okay, so the folder that you want to open now is this folder here called Import. So I'm going to click here and open it. So we have two files here. We have the theme customizations and we also have the Divi customer settings. So this is where you want to install the Divi or import the Divi customer settings. So I'm going to drag this over here just like that. Click on Import Theme Options. Now this is already imported, so I'm not going to go ahead and do that. And as you can see, we saw this error as well. Next, you want to come over here to Theme Customizer. So this is where you want to add your theme settings. And again, you're going to find these in the folder. In fact, let me open the folder again. So this is where you want to add your theme options. Right there, labeled Theme Options. So to do that, again, you want to click on these import and export, on this import and export button. Okay, now you get this pop-up. Right, so again, we want to drag the file over here. So we click on theme options and then drag it into, in fact, you want to click on import because that's what we want to do. Right, so now you want to drag the theme options over here like that and then import Divi customizer settings. So I've already imported this. That is why we're getting this error. Okay. And then you just close that. So now we have everything all set and pretty much we are ready to go. So once you've done that, you may also want to go and set up your navigation here. So to do that, let me show you. So we're going to go back and then we're going to come over here to settings. In fact, we need to come over here to appearance, menus. So this is where you want to come in here and make sure you have all the buttons and all the links that you need. In fact, let me get rid of this one here because it's not available. Okay, so once you're happy with that, you click on Save Menu. Now, the next thing you want to do is to make sure you set your website as a blog. So to do that, you want to come over here to Settings, Reading, okay, so here you want to make sure this is set to your latest posts. So this allows us to have the design the way we want it. So now that we have everything all set, the next stage now is to take a quick look at the website. So I'm just going to come over here, take a quick look. Right, so as you can see here, we have our layout and it has all the contents that we need. Now, I want to show you some more options that we can go in and do some settings on. So if I click here on Edit Page, we also have some templates here. So this one here is the child theme scroll page. So if I come over here and click on child theme scroll page and no footer, click Update, and we're going to view this in a new tab. Now, if we scroll through this, you can see here we have no footer. So this could be an option that you may want to have where you don't have a footer. So you are able to go in and do that. Now, let me show you some other templates. Here we have a child theme scroll blank page. So let's select this and click on Update. And now I'm going to refresh it. So now, as you can see, this is just a blank page. It doesn't have a header. It doesn't have a footer. So this could be a style that you may want to go with, and this works fine. Now, let's say these images you have in the background, you're not happy with them. You want to change them and make it custom to your design. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to Pixabay and download an image and then show you how to add it. Right, so let's go with food. Right, so the image I'm going to go with, let's have a look. Let's go with this one right here. So I'm going to click here on these vegetables. And then I'm going to download it. So I'm going to go with, 1920 is fine. Download that. So now I'm just assuming that you've purchased this child theme and you want to use it for your own designs. So let's say you have a website to do with food or dieting or whatever it is. This is how you'd customize it. So I'm going to come back over here, click on Enable Visual Builder. Right, so now that my Visual Builder is enabled, you want to click here on the module settings. So this is where all the information is. So let's say you want to get rid of this logo here. You can just delete it like that. Let me snap this to the left so it's much better to work with. And this is where you can actually change the text that you have here, all the copy. You can change it over here. If you come over here to the images, you can add a logo image. You can also add a header image. And over here on background, you can add all your images here. But let me show you how to add this image that we've just downloaded, okay? So I'm just going to save this. And then I'm going to come over here to my section settings, Click on background. Now here is the image that we need to get rid of. So you want to make sure that you click on this third tab, and then you want to click on this area here, upload files, select files, and then I'm going to click on my vegetable image that I've just downloaded, click on open, upload an image, and now you can see how beautiful it is. It has been added onto our page. Now, let's say you want to get rid of this background and make some more customizations to this. Let's save this and go into the module settings. Come over here into the module settings. So you can actually add a title here. So let's just call this new title. So there's several ways that you can come in here and make your changes. Now these are the buttons, our services and contacts. So this one here could be maybe order now. And yeah, this one here could be contact us. Now I'm going to come over here and find some lorem text just to show you how you can just go in and customize this. Okay, right, so I'll put my lorem text here. So let's say I want to get rid of all this. I can just delete that and just have a basic paragraph just like that. Now, as you can see here, we have this background color. We can also get rid of it if we wanted to, but if you want to leave it like that, you can just leave it because it makes it easier to read this information right here. Okay, so let's say you want to go in and customize this text and make it nice and big. I can come over here, click this brush tool, and this will take me over to my heading text. So here I can choose the font that I want to use. So let's say I want to go with that. I can make it all caps. Change this to bold. You can make it nice and big. Or if you want to change that, you can always come over here and choose a totally different font altogether. So I'm going to use Ubuntu. And we might as well go in and make this description text slightly bigger as well. So I'm going to click here on this little brush tool. And this has taken me now to my font settings. So again, I'm going to increase my size, maybe to about 24. Now I'm going to give it some line height to make it much easier to read. So I think 1.8 is great. Okay, so that's looking good. Now, the next thing you want to do is perhaps maybe work on these buttons here. So I'm going to click here on this brush tool one more time, and this is going to take me to button 1. So I'm going to activate that. So in order for you to make changes to your button, you want to make sure use custom styles for button is activated. And then you can go in and change your settings. So here I'm going to add white as my text color. And then I'm going to add my background color here for my button. But here we may want to make it a bit dark. Okay, let's go with that. Okay. Regarding the border, maybe get rid of the border altogether. So as you can see, that's looking much better already. Right, so next I want to work on my font here, make it bold. Okay, that's looking better. And then maybe, in fact, I won't add an icon. I'll just leave it as it is. I think that's okay. But if you want to change your icon, as you can see, we have an icon here. So you can choose an icon that you want by just scrolling down here. So since that is order now, I will add this shopping cart. And there's also one more thing that you can do here. We can actually show this button here on hover like that, or you can just leave it as it is. Right, so pretty much I'm happy with that. Now let me go to button 2. So I'm going to click here and let me work on button 2. So again, you need to activate use custom styles for button 2. Now let's choose a different color for this contact us. So the color here is going to be white, but the background color is going to be a totally different color. So let me see what works here. So I'll go with this orangey color here. The border radius is fine, but I need to get rid of the border width as well, as I did before. So as you can see, the colors that I'm choosing here are colors that work well with the image that I have. All right, so moving on. Let's also make this text bold, like that. And then if you need to change or add an icon, we can go ahead and add our icon here. So pretty much I think this is looking great. And maybe one more thing, I'm going to come back over here to my description text and make this semi-bold. Okay, so that's looking much better now. And save. So this is how you can go in and customize these slides and change them and add images, change the titles, change the buttons, or whatever you want to do. So over here again, we can make some changes to this. So let's say you want to change this image and also how this text comes in. You can always go into your settings here. And we also have the opportunity to add our title here and the description. We can always change it around. But in this case now, as you can see, this may be way too wide for us. So to make changes to that, you can come over here to sizing and adjust the content width. So as you can see, as I'm dragging this, I'm making my content width much smaller. So let's say I'm happy with 60%. You can either choose, how you want to have this. You can align it to the left, align it to the right if you wanted to. And then I'm just going to save this. So now it's much better. Okay. Same applies here. If you want to go in and make some adjustments to the width there, you can click on sizing. You can adjust it like that, so maybe 60. And then over here, we can work with the width as well. So let's say we bring down the width to about, say, 80%. We can align it to the left. We can align it center. We can align it right if we want to, okay? So I'm just going to leave it here on the left. And you can also go in and make some adjustments to this box here, which has our text. So I'm going to come back over here to content, click on background. And over here, we can see that we have transparency on that image. Again, we can play around with that if you want to change the transparency. So pretty much this is how you customize and make this design your own design. So the most important thing is to download the child theme first, so you have a base to work on. And then once you have that base, you can always go in and change all your images around and add the text, add more videos. You can pretty much do whatever you want to do. But the most important thing, as I mentioned, is getting the base and getting all the elements in place first before you actually start working on this, because building this from scratch, to be honest, could take you quite a bit of time. Oh, in fact, let me show you something else that you can do, because we also have header customizations. So I'm just going to save this and show you how you can customize the header as well. So I'm going to click on edit page. So over here, we've chosen a theme which does not have header and footer. So let's say I choose the one with the header. Okay, I'm going to click on update. And let's just do a quick preview. So now you can see we have our header and our footer. So let's say you want to make some customizations to that. All you have to do is to come over here to appearance, customize, and then you want to click on a header and navigation. Okay, so primary menu bar, this is where we have all our colors. So as you can see here, this is our background color. So I can click here. And if I want to make it all transparent, I can just drag this all the way down. And now you can see that it's fully transparent. But if you want to add a solid color, I can just go in and let's say add black. And now my top area here is turned black. Now the issue is my text color here has changed, so I can always come over here to text color and change my color to white, perhaps because this is much easier to read. So now if I publish this and I refresh, now we have black as our main color. And you can also make some adjustments to your secondary slider. So let's go back over here. So this is the color that we saw earlier on. So let's say we want to add some transparency to that. We can just drag the slider down to about there. Click on publish. So now when we scroll, you'll notice that we have this transparent color here as I'm scrolling through. But as I mentioned, you can always make all your customizations here. You can change your primary menu link, secondary menu link, background color, and so on. So this is all on the theme customizer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.